Hi, today we will discuss the resting places or memorials of Indian leaders. In India, you would find that the resting place of many prominent leaders are found in Delhi. However, you have a few in some other states such as Telangana, Gujarat, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra. So, we will start with all the places apart from Delhi and then we'll transition to Delhi. Let's start with Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu, where Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam National Memorial is situated. So, this is self explanatory. It is the resting place of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is interesting to note that Rameshwaram is the place where Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, was born and brought up. He is the former President of India. He is an aerospace scientist and he is known as the Missile Man of India for the important role that he played in the development of ballistic missiles in India. The Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him in 1997. So, the Missile Man of India and Bharat Ratna is important. Now, coming to Hyderabad, Telangana, where you have PV Ghat, which is otherwise known as the Buddha Purnima Park. This is the resting place of PV Narasimha Rao, who is the former Prime Minister. See, it's very easy to remember because of the name of PV Ghat. Either ways, you'll have to pay attention to the name Buddha Purnima Park and ensure that you keep that in your mind. PV Narasimha Rao introduced various liberal reforms to India's economy. So, that is his notable contribution. Now, coming to Dadar in Maharashtra. See, from this point on you would find that the name of the memorials or the resting places would be very unique. And it's only very rare that the name itself would hint at the identity of the person who is resting over there. So, you will have to put in a deliberate effort to remember all this. Chaitya Bhumi is the resting place of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the first Law Minister of India and this is what he's most known for. He headed the drafting committee of the Constitution of India and the Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him only posthumously and that too in 1990. Now, coming to Mahaprayan Ghat in Patna, Bihar. This is the resting place of Rajendra Prasad, who was the first president of India. And he served as president for 12 long years. So, this is the Mahaprayan Ghat at Patna. Now, coming to Ahmedabad in Gujarat. You have the resting places of two prominent people in Ahmedabad. One is Abhay Ghat, which is the resting place of Morarji Desai, who is the former Prime Minister. And it is to be noted that Morarji Desai is the only Indian to have won the highest civilian honor of both India as well as Pakistan. Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian honor of India, was bestowed on him in the year 1991. And Morarji Desai is also the only Indian to be awarded the Nishan-e-Pakistan, which is the highest civilian award given by the government of Pakistan. And this was done in 1990. Why was this done? It was because after India's first nuclear test in 1974, Morarji Desai helped restore friendly relations with China and Pakistan. He promised that we would avoid armed conflicts such as Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. So, as a result, he was honored with the highest civilian award of Pakistan, the Nishan-e-Pakistan, in May 1990. So, please keep this in mind. This is very, very important. These two, very important. Now, the second resting place in Ahmedabad, that is Narayan Ghat, which is the resting place of Gulzarilal Nanda, who was the former acting Prime Minister for 2 10 years. When do you become an acting prime minister? It happened when the prime minister who was in office passed away. So he became the acting prime minister in 10 years. And he was awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1997, posthumously, of course. This is important that he was the acting prime minister for 10 years. Now, let us move on to Delhi. Since there are many important people from very many important people who have resting places at Delhi, what we are going to do is to avoid the confusion and to make things easier. We are going to categorize them according to their level of importance. We will start with the father of the nation. Rajghat is the resting place of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. It is interesting to note that Mahatma Gandhi never got the Bharat Ratna, even posthumously. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times and he never won that. So, this is very important to remember. Now, let us have a look at the presidents, former presidents of India who have their resting places in Delhi. Karma Bhumi is the resting place of Shankar Dayal Sharma. Karma Bhumi, resting place of Shankar Dayal Sharma. Now, Uday Bhumi is the resting place of K.R. Narayanan. What is interesting about him is that he is the first person from the Dalit community to hold the office of both vice president and then hold the office of president. The first person from the Dalit community to do so. And his resting place is known as Uday Bhumi. Now, coming to the next one. Ekta Sthal is the resting place of former president Gyani Sel Singh. Keep this in mind, please. Now, we are done with the presidents. Let us move on to vice president who has a resting place in Delhi. See, you might know that we have two names for this card, Nigam Bhoot as well as Nigam Bodh. See, in my search, I could find these both. So either way, you have to keep note in your mind that if either of this comes, it shows that this is the resting place of former vice president Krishan Kant, not Krishnakant, Krishan Kant. Now, let us move on to the prime ministers who have their resting place in Delhi. Starting with the first prime minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, whose resting place is referred to as Shanti 1, and the Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him in 1955. Now, Vijay Ghat is the resting place of the second Prime Minister of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri. And the Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him 11 years, I believe. 11 years after it was bestowed on Jawaharlal Nehru. That is Vijay Ghat Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now, Jan Nayak Sthal. As you can see, this is a stamp. This is the image of former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar. And his resting place is referred to as Jan Nayak Sthal. Kisan Ghat. See, now this is a name which would be easy for you to remember and associate with Chaudhry Charan Singh because he was known as the champion of India's peasants. So, being the champion of India's peasants, his resting place is referred to as Kisan Ghat. That is Chaudhry Charan Singh for you. Now, coming to Indira Gandhi, whose resting place is referred to as Shakti Sthal. See, since she was a very, very determined lady, and she refused to bend down before many prominent global powers during her reign, the way I choose to remember her resting place is by thinking of Nari Shakti. And so we have Shakti Sthal, that is the resting place of Indira Gandhi. And the Bharat Ratna was bestowed on her in the year 1971. Now, this is very interesting to note that the Bangladesh Freedom Honor, which is highest civilian honor for non-nationals in Bangladesh, was bestowed on her. You would remember that it was during the Indo-Pak War of 1971, during her reign, that Bangladesh successfully cut off from the rest of Pakistan and became a country of its own. Now, after Shakti Sthal, now we have Smriti Sthal, which is the resting place of I.K. Gujral. The Bangladesh Liberation War Honor, which is not the first but the second highest honor of Bangladesh, was awarded, which is awarded to foreign dignitaries. This was awarded to him in the year 2012. In comparison, the one that was bestowed on Indira Gandhi was Bangladesh Freedom Honor, which is the highest one. Now, I.K. Gujral got Bangladesh Liberation War Honor. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Smriti Sthal for I.K. Gujral. Moving on to the next one. Veer Bhumi is the resting place of Rajiv Gandhi, and the Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him in the year 1991. Now, this would be easy for you to remember. Sadaiv Atal is the resting place of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The Bharat Ratna was bestowed on him in the year 2015, and that is the same year in which he got the Bangladesh Liberation War Honor too. Now, so far we've seen two people who've got this award. The highest honor, that is the Bangladesh Freedom Honor, was bestowed on Indira Gandhi. And now we have the Bangladesh Liberation War Honor, which I.K. Gujral got in 2012 and Atal Bihari Vajpayee got in 2015. Now, let us have a look at some of the deputy prime ministers who have their resting place in Delhi. Sangharsh Sthal is the resting place of Chaudhary Devilal. He is from Haryana. Sangharsh Sthal, you have to memorize this. Now, coming to the last one, Samata Sthal. Samata Sthal is the resting place of Jagjeevan Ram, who was the longest serving federal minister. Till date, he has been a federal minister. He was a federal minister for 30 long years. He was the defense minister of India during the Indo-Pak War of 1971. So this is very, very important. He played a pivotal role in managing things, in which resulted in the creation of Bangladesh. And then Jagjeevan Ram also contributed to the Green Revolution in India and modernizing Indian agriculture. So you can see his reach into Green Revolution and modernizing Indian agriculture, as well as his role as a defense minister, where when India took part in the Indo-Pak War of 1971. We'll stop here. Thank you very much.